Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and we are back here for some more MLB The Show 18 franchise here with the Miami Marlins. And I do have a little bit of bad news. So we did play game 5, and it actually ended up being a good one. We got a pretty good offensive production out of Domingo Santana. He drove in 2 RBIs. Justin Bour drove in 1, but the problem was I did have a problem with the capture card. It didn't capture the gameplay for some reason. It captured the audio, not the gameplay. I had a little bit of trouble there, but my bad, not going to happen this time. So looking at game 5, I mean, we did our thing, and we did have our boy Michael Fulmer on the mound, and he did pretty well. I mean, he gave up 5 hits through 5 innings, struck out 5, and only gave up 1 earned run. And he did the job. I can't lie, he did the job. We were caught in a situation in the 9th inning where they did have runners on base. We gave up a run, so they did come back in the 9th inning to score 1 run, but eventually we came away with the victory. So we're heading into this game 6, and this is going to be a crucial game 6. You can see we are back at home for this game, and if you look at who we're supposed to pitch, right now they have it as Despaigne, but let's just check it out. Let's just see who's gonna be here for the starting job. And this, I think it's gonna be Jarlin Garcia this game, going up against AJ Cole. So he's got the favorable matchup here, so hopefully he gets it done. Remember, if we win this game, we are in the World Series. Look at the progression from Jarlin Garcia. He's gone up to 87 overall. So I mean, just how good he's gotten is definitely, I mean, just a bright spot on this squad. So let's get into this action, man. Jarlin Garcia versus AJ Cole. Can we take it home and shock the world and make the World Series in only our 2nd year in this franchise? So let's hop into this game, man. Let's get it. Let's go. So we have finally made it to game 6 here at Marlins Park, and we're back at home after going 3 on the road. So we do, looking at this recap here, we won the first game, lost the next 2, then we won the last 2. So now we have a chance to take home this NLCS and clinch a playoff berth here in game 6. So Jarlin Garcia on the mound and giving up a walk early on to Trey Turner, their fastest runner, as Adam Eaton, the guy that just like ate us up during the regular season, hasn't done much in this series to my surprise, but here he gets on base. So now here comes the next batter up and moves Trey Turner over to 3rd. So up comes Brian Dozier. Remember, he took the place of Bryce Harper, so to speak, and he gets a hard shot to left field, and that one's going to be deep enough to score Trey Turner. Nobody's throwing out Trey Turner from left field, and that one's going to be a 1-0 lead here for the Nationals, as Jarlin Garcia does settle down, gets the ground ball to Manny Machado to end this inning, and that's going to be a 1-0 early deficit for the Marlins. So on to the bottom of the 1st inning, Lewis Brinson starting out this inning with a hit by pitch. So both the leadoff hitters starts out the games with walks, and look at just Josh Bell getting a hold of one right down the middle. And this is what we were hoping for. AJ Cole is not their ace. He's probably their last guy in the rotation. So we take him deep. We got to take advantage of this pitching matchup as Josh Bell drives in a run and makes this a 2-1 lead for the Marlins. And up comes Domingo Santana, who also gets a hold of one, and he's going to drive it deep, and that one's gone. So back-to-back home runs here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Still no outs as the Marlins take the 3-1 lead. It looks like they are hungry. This young team is hungry to go to the World Series. As Machado comes up, can he do it? Nope, he can't follow that up. And Justin Bour, the veteran, comes up, 3-2 count, and he pops one up high into the infield, and that one's going to be the second out of the inning. So can JT Realmuto keep this inning going? 2 outs, 3-2 count, and he gets a hanger and he drives it to left field, so he keeps this inning going with a hit down the left field line, and he's gonna stand up into second with a double. So now a man on second base. Adrian Beltre coming to the plate, taking a low fastball in the zone and striking out. So AJ Cole does give up 2 home runs in the first inning, and we are going to take the 3-1 lead. So now on to the top of the third inning. Here's Jarlin Garcia facing Trey Turner, who's been just killing us this series. Remember last series, he hit like below 200, but this series, I mean, just killing us. It seems like he's always on base as Adam Eaton comes up one more time, and there's Adam Eaton getting going, continuing his slaughter of the Marlins. Hit off the wall. Machado's going to come up throwing, but the throw is going to be off, and Trey Turner with that magnificent speed comes all the way around to score, and it is a 2-3 lead here for the Miami Marlins. But we do get a ground ball that time to Adrian Beltre for the second and out, and here comes Brian Dozier, and he can't catch up with the slider. Swings on the inside and low slider and strikes out. So now this takes us to the bottom of the third inning, and Josh Bell keeping it going 2 for 2 up to this point with the hit to the left side. So that brings up Domingo Santana. Can he go 2 for 2? But nope, he strikes out swinging on the outside slider that time, and that brings up Manny Machado. Manny Machado swings out on the inside slider this time. So now here comes Justin Bour. 3-2 counts, 2 outs, but a ground out to Brian Dozier ends this one, and the offense kind of stale up to this point now since that hot first inning. But Jarlin Garcia, he's dealing on the mound, this time striking out Tommy Pham. Here he's facing Michael Brantley on a 1-2 count, gets him to strike out on an outside slider. And now on to the fifth inning. Evan Gattis, can he do it? No, he strikes out. So Jarlin Garcia is starting to find his groove here, facing AJ Cole on the mound, and what do you know it? AJ Cole. It seems like a lot of pitchers get hits off of my pitchers. I don't know what it is, but I give up so many hits to pitchers, as once again Trey Turner comes to the plate, but he pops out to left field. So now 2 outs in this inning. Top of the fifth inning, 2-1 count to Adam Eaton, and he gets a pitch to hit, but that's going to be an easy ground ball. So it is 3-2 going into the middle of the fifth inning, and 4 hits apiece. But we have the top of our lineup coming up to bat this inning as Lewis Brinson grounds out to second base, and Lewis Brinson's been kind of cool this series. I've been hoping for him to kind of step up a little bit, but you know, he's hitting okay, not great, not bad. I mean, just okay. But good thing we have a lot of good hitters in the middle of our lineup, as Domingo Santana gets a hold of another one, and he's doing well in this game. As Josh Bell coming in to score, but we second guess that. Hold him up at third base, and up comes Manny Machado, the power hitter. But the Washington Nationals, they're wise. They stay away from that power, but they bring up more power as Justin Bour comes up, and you know how hard he hits the ball, but they bring in Matt Grace. Lefty on lefty matchup here, and Justin Bour with a 3-2 count, 1 out, bases loaded, is going to get a pitch to hit, but he hits it hard down the first base line. And with that 19 speed, he's not beating out any type of ground ball. So we get out of that inning, no runs scored. And that's going to be a killer, because in the next inning, the top of the sixth, they're going to start out this inning with a double into the left center gap. And Brinson's going to come up throwing, but not before a double by Anthony Rendon. As Brian Dozier comes up in that 4-hole, he hits a hard liner to right field, and Rendon is going to tag up. So we're going to have to bring in Edebe Ramos, and you know, the thing about Edebe Ramos, he's been doing really well. He hasn't really recovered as far as energy-wise. He's kind of tired going into this game, and right away he gives up a chopper to third base. We didn't think we thought we had the infield in, but I guess they weren't, and Adrian Beltre cannot throw the runner out at the plate, and they keep this inning alive as Tommy Pham keeps it going. So now we're into the top of the 6th inning, 1 out, and with our best reliever on the mound, we're giving up runs here as the next batter comes up, hits a blooper to left field, Michael Brantley, and that one bounces over Josh Bell's head in left field. What kind of play was that? And we've seen this far too often. Too many bloopers by Josh Bell in left field. We got to get him out of left field come next season. But luckily, Edelbert Ramos does settle down, gets the strikeout on Evie Gaddis. Then he gets the next batter to ground out into the fielder's choice, but not before they take the 5-3 lead. So up comes JT Realmuto here in the 6th inning, trying to get this offense going because it's kind of disappeared since that first inning. And he flies out to right field, and up comes Beltre. And he strikes out on the high slider, and can Giovicella keep it going? And whoa, a high fastball hits him, and he gets on to first base. And luckily, we have some good hitters coming out of the bench. And here's Danny Valencia coming in to pinch hit. We've seen a pinch hit homer by him a couple times in this season, but not this time. He does fly out to end this inning here in the 6th inning. So now we move on to the top of the 7th inning, and we bring in Danny Barnes. And we got to be careful here because a lot of our pitchers in the bullpen, they kind of have low energy. And Danny Barnes, I kind of want to just pitch him 1 inning because I do want to get him some reps, but I don't want to make him too tired. I might need him in Game 7 because the way this is looking, I don't know. It might go to a Game 7 here as he gives up a hit. So now they got guys on first and second here, but with 2 outs, Tommy Pham does strike out on the low changeup, and we get out of that inning with no damage done. So now on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Brinson, continuing to struggle this game, strikes out on the curveball, but up comes Josh Bell, who's actually hitting the ball pretty well this game. He takes a walk, so that's going to bring up Domingo Santana, who's been hitting pretty well here, 2 for 3, and with a man on first base, 1-2 count, 1 out. He's going to hit a pop-up to right field, and that's not going to do anything for us as Tommy Pham camps under that one. But it brings up Manny Machado, the MVP. Can he tie this game up with 1 swing? And on a 2-2 count, 2 outs, he drives one to right field, and that one bloops in. And Josh Bell is going to make it to third base, and that's going to set up Justin Bour at bat, but not before they bring in Drew Storen out of the bullpen. Can he get this last out for them? And he's facing a struggling Justin Bour up to this point, 0 for 3. But on a 2-1 count, he swings and misses on that one. So on a 3-2 count now, 2 outs. The runner on first is on the move. He gets a pitch to drive, and that one is not coming back. Justin Bour, 460 feet. That one was hung up in the zone right down the middle, and he does not make a mistake. Justin Bour just clutch for us. As look at that, I mean 111 exit velocity, 460 feet. I mean just an absolute bomb. And the Marlins take the 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning as JT Realmuto does end the inning there with the strikeout. So now on to the top of the 8th inning. Another walk to start out this inning. We saw that. Remember, I just said last inning that we were going to try to pitch Danny Barnes 1 inning because we might need him in the next game. But we had to keep him in since we got this lead now. And look what he does. Facing Wilmer Defoe. Gets the ground ball into the double play. So now Tony Zych comes in the 9th inning. Can he get the biggest save of his career? And here he is. He's 3 outs away from taking us to the World Series. And he starts out the inning by hitting the fastest man on their roster, Trey Turner. So, you know, Adam Eaton, they're going to play small ball here. They're going to bunt Trey Turner over because it's almost an automatic run if they get a hit here with Trey Turner on second base. So Anthony Rendon comes up, and Tony Zych walks him too. So now they got guys on first and second here. Brian Dozier strikes on the slider, so all we need is a double play ball right here. So on the 0-2 count, Ryan Zimmerman to the plate. Outside slider, he hits one up the middle, and that's going to score a run from second. Wow, we are down to the last strike of the game just to get us to the World Series, and somehow Ryan Zimmerman hangs in on that slider. Look at that. He just reaches for it, and he muscles it to center field, and that keeps this inning going as Tommy Pham comes up. He gets walked, so bases loaded. Michael Brantley to the plate with 2 out, and we do get the ground out, so this one is headed to the bottom of the 9th inning, 6-6. And we have the middle of our lineup coming up, so there's a little bit of hope here. So Domingo Santana starts out this inning with a walk. So here with 1 out, Manny Machado coming to the plate, but he cannot hit the low changeup. So Justin Bour comes up with 2 outs, and it looks like this one is going to extra innings as they do get the pop up here. And now we're on to the 11th inning here. Jose Torres, haven't seen much of him in the playoffs, but here he is coming in facing this tough Nationals lineup, and right away we thought we would get away with the lefty on lefty matchup versus Eaton, but he takes advantage, hits that one up the middle, but up comes Rendon to the plate, and we do get the ground out into the double play. So now 2 outs here in this inning. Brian Dozier really has been struggling this game, and he continues to struggle as we do get the ground out to Jose Torres. So now on to the bottom of the 11th, I decide to bring in, remember the hero a couple games ago, walking it off, Austin Nola. So I bring him to the plate once again, and he hits one hard to third base, but that's easy work for the third baseman Rendon as they start this inning out with an easy out. And here comes Lewis Brinson finally getting going in this game. He gets a hit up the middle. So now we got a man on first base. Josh Bell coming to the plate. Already has a homer in this game, but not this time. He strikes out on the outside fastball. I have no idea how he missed that one. So up with 2 outs. Santana takes a pitch. I don't know. That was kind of questionable. It looked like it was out of the zone, but nonetheless, this game keeps going on and on as we are on to the 12th inning as we had to bring in Despaigne, and we made a decision here. We have a lot of guys coming out of our bullpen. We have Bartolo Colon. We have also Trevor Cahill. But, should I risk bringing in one of those two and giving up runs, or should I bring in Despaigne, who's been kind of reliable up to this point, but I don't trust Colon, especially in this situation. This is a high pressure situation. He's given up a lot of big hits, so I decided to bring in Despaigne, and he gets it done. I mean, he gets out of this inning. So now we're on to the bottom of the 12th inning. No runs scored in extra so far as Manny Machado swings and misses at that. But up comes Justin Bour, 1 for 5 up to this point, has driven in 3 RBIs up to this point, and 1 for 5. So with a 2-1 count in the 12th inning, he drives one deep. And this one, if it gets some legs, it's gone, and it is gone. Justin Bour. Wow, what a season he's had up to this point. He ends it with 1 swing of the bat. And man, do you guys remember in the beginning of this season, he was struggling. He was down there with JT Realmuto, hitting in the 220s. We were talking about trading him, but what do you know it? With 1 swing of the bat, Justin Bour takes this team to the World Series. What a rebuild it's been. 2 seasons, that's all we needed to take this team from worst to first as we go to the World Series. And man, we have some decisions to make with Justin Bour, because time and again, he just comes through for us. And if there's one guy that might have a chance to be a lifelong Marlin with us, It's Justin Bour as he comes up clutch. Mr. Clutch comes through for us. 2 huge home runs, 4 RBIs as we break the Nationals' hearts. And they dominated us the last couple years in the division, especially during the regular season, but we get them when it matters the most. We thought they were coming for revenge, but Justin Bour had something to say about that as we get 10 hits in this game. And I mean, what a game from Justin Bour. That's as clutch as you can get. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We're headed to the World Series, so you do not want to miss any of that action. So stay tuned, and we'll get to see who we play. We don't know yet, so stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.